morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We have seen some weakness in the US markets for the second consecutive day. A part of the weakness is because of the weak set of earnings by some of the technology dominated companies and even the oil prices have touched 6-year low at about 45.5 odd dollars. European markets were mixed. CAC and some of the markets were down, however the German markets were up almost about 0.75 to 0.8 odd percent. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of the markets are showing some weakness. Nikkei is down about 0.2%, Hang Seng is also down 0.75%, Shanghai is almost 1% down, and S6 Nifty suggesting that we are going to open down about 25 odd points. In terms of flows, FIs were net bias in the cash market to the tune of 1723 crore. And so far in this month we have seen very strong buying by the FIIs, and in the domestic market the funds were sellers to the tune of about 1300 odd crore, the domestic institutional investors, and even in the index futures we have seen selling to the tune of about 1300 odd crore. Overall our markets have been showing a lot of resilience to this global weakness. But because of an important expiry today, there could be a bit of volatility, but the overall market bias continues to be positive. So it's time for our F&O update through F&O expert.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Despite negative cues from the international markets, we have seen Nifty in yesterday's trade opening up with a flattish note. And soon after that, in the middle of the trade, we have seen Nifty bounce back quite sharply, mainly due to the help of the banking sector, which saw a sharp rally in yesterday's trading session. However, at 9,000 odd levels, which was the highest in terms of open interest, at around that level, we have seen Nifty seeing a stiff resistance and showed some selling pressure and managed to close on the negative note at 0.20% at 8904.65. Now the open interest terms, we have seen a huge build-up of around 10.5% and premium, that is Nifty cost of carry, have turned negative. That is, it went down from 24.88% positive to negative 40 odd percentage. That is, the premium, the Nifty have come actually on the discount, that is of around 12 points from premium of 12 odd points. Indicating majority of the build-up which was built in yesterday's trading session was on the shorter side, as we have seen Nifty has also taken a good amount of resistance and it came down 100 odd points from its peak. Put call ratio in line with, we have seen a sharp fall in Nifty in last couple of hours of trade in yesterday's trading session. Most of the derivative data have turned a bit negative in yesterday's trade. Put call ratio have also dipped around 4 odd basis point to from 1.37 to 1.33 levels, and seeing the huge volatility, we are now at a 1-year high volatility index. That is, volatility in yesterday's trading session have also shoot up 10 odd percentage from 18 odd levels to 20 odd levels, and coming trading session with lot of events lined up, we feel volatility index will continue to inch higher from here on. On the options activity, 8,900 call option has seen some kind of reduction in yesterday's trade, that is around 8 odd percentage. However, 9,000 call option for the series and for the next series also continues to see significant amount of addition in open interest, and it's highest in terms of open interest for both of the series, and hence going forward we feel 9,000 will act as a stiff resistance, and we feel that 9,000 is a crucial level to watch out for the coming trading session. While in put option, we have seen 8,800 and 8,900 has seen significant amount of build-up, that is around 13 odd percentage in 8,800 put option, and 8,900 put option has seen 27 around of addition. We feel a bit on the longer side in yesterday's trading session, as most of the data have turned negative in the last couple of hours of trade. So market participants have seen buying put option and have been bought by the stronger head of the market participants. There are 3 securities in band period for today's trade, that is HDL, Indiabulls Real Estate and KTK Bank. The FIS terms, they have been net sellers in index futures after seeing a 5 to 6 consecutive buying by them in index futures. In yesterday's trading session, we have seen a huge amount of selling pressure by FIS, that is the net sellers of 1300 crores, and the open interest of FIs went up by around 18 odd percentage, indicating good amount of shorts were created by the FIs around 9,8950 odd levels. Index options, they were net buyers of 90 odd crores. Stock futures, they were net sellers of 490 crores. And stock options, they were net buyers of 16 odd crores. Our 5 days view stands at 8850 with a lower range at 8850 and higher range at 8000. On the rollover front, we'd like to highlight that rollover on Nifty's decent amount. It's a bit on the higher side, that is at around 67 odd percentage compared to 57 percentage 1 day prior to expiry, which we have seen in the last series. While in the Bank Nifty, the rollover is a bit on the lower side. So again, we may see in the last 1 hour or half an hour of trade that Bank Nifty could see a sharp volatility and could have a decent upside from in last 1 hour of trade, as the rollover in Bank Nifty quite low at around 48 to 50 odd percentage. On the expiry front, we feel expiry to be anywhere near 8,900 to 8,950 odd levels. Exchange Nifty is trading negative by around 30 odd points. This is the Fed future, which is quoting at 8939.50. Thank you guys, that concludes from my side.
Let me take you through the Sharekhan pre-market action, starting with trading ideas. First, a long call on HDFC Bank, as CCEA has approved the FDI proposal, and the bank is looking at raising about 10,000 crore through a QIP. So one can go long on HDFC Bank with stoppers of 1044 and a target of about 1080 to about 1090. Lupin 2 has got the approval from the FIPB to raise the FI limit to about 49%. So one can go long on Lupin with the stoppers of 1495 and a target of about 1550 to about 1560. As to Poly, the quarterly numbers were disappointing. The net profit of the company fell by almost about 47.85%. Mainly because of the inventory losses and the incremental financial cost. So negative reaction is expected, so one can short S2 Poly with the stoppers of 387 and a target of about 378 to about 373. And JM Financial came out with a good set of numbers. Their net profit grew by about 97% to 87 crore for the third quarter. So one can go long on JM Financial with the stoppers of 53.4 and a target of about 57.5. In other news and updates, BPCL is going to raise about $2 billion for the capex requirement that they have lined up, and there has not been any consensus between the government and the airline operators on the removal of a 520 rule. Coal India OFS has been scheduled. It is going to open on 30th January, which is tomorrow, where the government is looking at divesting about 10% stake for a total sum of almost about 24,000 crore. The floor price is going to be decided today, and the retail investors will be getting about 5% discount. Spectrum auction has been deferred by a week, and now it will take place in the first week of March, and the base price has been fixed at about 3,705 crore for Pan-India 3G spectrum, which is a little higher than what the TRAI had recommended earlier. In other news and update, ONGC has said that its natural gas output will jump by almost about 81% to about 116 million standard cubic meters per day by 2019. Reliance and BP are likely to invest about 6,000 crore to improve the gas recovery, and Hindustan Aeronautics plans to get listed as one of the Maharatna companies, and Jaiprakash Power is like to default on 200 million convertible bonds, and Maruti is looking at launching 3 models and upgrade 6 others this year. NoSale came out with exceptionally good set of operating performance, and their earnings grew by 99% to about 177.1 crore. Snowman Logistics again came out with a good set of numbers. Their profit grew by almost about 155% to about 5.84 crore. And even Syntex Industries came out with a good set of operating performance. Their net profits doubled to about 168.4 crore. And the net margin also expanded by about 280 basis points. So here are the list of companies that will be announcing numbers: Ashok Leyland, Asian Paints, GDL, Dr. Reddy, HDFC, IDFC, and Sesa Starlight. Stocks with positive and negative bias. Positive bias are REC and DLF. Stocks with negative bias are Mahindra & Mahindra and Reliance Infra. And the stocks for investment that we like at this point of time are L&T, Yes Bank, Tata Motors, DVR, Infosys, and Max India. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.